If you've ever watched a toddler just effortlessly stack a few wooden blocks, it looks so easy, right? It takes them literally seconds. But trying to teach a machine to do that exact same thing, man, it requires a mind-boggling level of computational complexity. Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're going to unravel the really fascinating logic behind artificial intelligence planning. We're actually going to look at how taking the absolute simplest childhood game turned into the foundational math that honestly runs our entire modern world. Because it really all boils down to this one single core question. How does a robot actually know what to do next? You see, unlike a simple reactive system, like a thermostat that just clicks on when your house gets cold, an intelligent agent has to actually reason about future consequences before taking even a single action. It has to look at the world, figure out exactly where it wants to be, and then chart a path to get there. Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap for the explainer. We're going to start with how AI makes plans, step into a classic puzzle known as the blocks roll problem, break down the actual anatomy of a planner, and then we'll look at two major historical breakthroughs, goal stack planning and the strips revolution. And finally, we'll see how all of this scales up to real-world AI.
All right, let's jump right into section 1, how AI makes plans and the core elements of automated decision-making.
So at its heart, planning is really just the process an intelligent agent uses to find an ordered sequence of actions to reach a specific goal. And honestly, every single planning problem, no matter how ridiculously complex it gets, boils down to exactly 4 basic elements. First, you've got your initial state. Basically, where are we starting? Second, the goal state. Where do we want to end up? Third is a set of available actions. What moves can we actually make right now? And fourth, a model of how those actions actually change the world. The AI just searches through these elements to find a valid sequence of actions. And that sequence, well, we just call that a plan.
Moving right along to section 2, the blocks world problem. It's the simplest puzzle, but it has some deeply profound logic. Okay, picture this. Imagine a table, and on it are 3 wooden blocks, A, B, and C. A robot arm needs to rearrange them from a messy starting position into a very neat specific stack. It sounds incredibly simple, right? But this is actually one of the absolute earliest benchmark problems in all of AI history. To solve this, the AI has to somehow see the world, and it does that using something called predicates. Now, don't let the fancy word fool you. A predicate is simply a logical fact that's either true or false. For example, if block A is sitting on the table, the predicate is just on table A. If there's nothing sitting on top of block B, the predicate is clear B. The collection of all these true predicates, that's literally how the machine understands the current state of its environment. So once the AI knows the state of the world, it needs to figure out what it can actually do about it. In this blocks world, the robot arm basically has 4 available physical moves: pick up, put down, stack, and unstack. But, and here is the absolutely crucial point, every single action has incredibly strict preconditions and effects. The robot can't just pick up a block unless its arm is totally empty, the block is on the table, and the block is clear on top. And the effect of that move? Well, the arm is now holding the block, and the block is no longer on the table. Every single move is this incredibly rigid, logical transaction. So, how do we actually build a brain that can process all those transactions? That brings us to section 3, anatomy of a planner, and the interacting components of the system. Let's take a look at the complete life cycle of a plan. It starts with the environment, which feeds the initial state and the goal state right into the system. Next, the planning algorithm kicks in. You can think of this as the engine of the whole operation. It crunches all that symbolic logic and the available actions we just talked about to generate a step-by-step plan. And finally, that plan is sent straight to the execution module. Boom, boom, boom. Step 1, 2, 3, 4. The logic feeds the algorithm, and the algorithm achieves the goal. All right, let's look at section 4, goal stack planning. This is all about solving one problem at a time. Now, this is one of the earliest methods in classical symbolic AI. Goal stack planning uses a technique called backward reasoning. The AI essentially looks at the final goal and asks itself, okay, what action can make this true? And then it pushes that goal onto a stack. Next, it inspects the top element of that stack. To achieve it, the AI finds an operator, say stack block A on block B. But wait, before it can do that, it has to satisfy the preconditions. So it pushes those new sub-goals onto the stack too. It just repeats this loop until everything is satisfied and then executes it all in order. Honestly, it's brilliant. But it does have a massive limitation. These goals can actually interfere with each other. It leads to this thing AI researchers famously called the Sussman anomaly, which is basically when the AI clumsily undoes its own hard work just to solve the next step. Not great, right? And this brilliantly illustrates exactly why we needed Section 5, the STRS revolution. That stands for the Stanford Research Institute Problem Solver. Developed back in the early 1970s by Richard Fikes and Niels Nilsson, STRIPS totally fixed the clunky inefficiencies of goal stack and honestly changed AI history forever. Think of the difference kind of like this. Goal stack planning is like rewriting an entire document from scratch just because you found a typo. It recalculates everything, which takes enormous computing power, and like we saw, the goals just end up interfering with one another. STRIPS, on the other hand, only specifies what changes. It's like editing a single cell in a massive spreadsheet. It only updates the differences, and that is an incredible computational shortcut. Now, what's really interesting about this is exactly how STRIPS achieves that shortcut. It uses what are called add lists and delete lists. Let's say the operator is moving block A onto block B. The preconditions are that both blocks must be clear, right? Well, when the move happens, STRIPS simply adds on AB to its add list, and it deletes on A table from its delete list. That's it. It doesn't bother reevaluating the rest of the universe, it only records the differences. This drastically reduces the computational complexity, and it literally forms the foundation for so many modern planning languages today. Which leads us perfectly into Section 6, Real-World AI Planning. We are officially leaving the blocks world. It's time to zoom way out from our micro-toddler block puzzle and look at the macro scale. Just take a look at these massive industries. The simple logic of predicates, preconditions, and those add and delete lists, that is the absolute backbone of warehouse automation, autonomous drones, space mission planning, medical workflow management, and even global supply chain optimization. Now, of course, modern systems are way more complex today. They violate those old assumptions of a static, perfectly observable world. Today's planners integrate probabilistic reasoning, machine learning, and they handle deep, deep uncertainty. But underneath all that modern polish, the core symbolic reasoning that prevents an autonomous vehicle from crashing or ensures a Mars rover executes its tasks in the exact right order, that remains absolutely crucial for reliable decision-making. So, I want to leave you with this thought. We started with 3 simple wooden blocks on a table, and we saw how teaching a machine to just stack them required inventing entirely new logical frameworks. Today, those same frameworks are routing thousands of delivery drones and scheduling fully automated factories worldwide. As we continue to blend this classical symbolic logic with the truly staggering power of modern machine learning, how will modern AI plan the cities of our future? It's just amazing to think that the blueprints for tomorrow are built on the surprisingly simple logic of moving 3 wooden blocks. Thanks so much for watching this explainer, and as always, keep exploring.